All right, what do you see here? What do you see here? Pause the video, take your time and try to think. What is this? Imagine this is a previous day and you need to take a decision what to do today. How to trade, where to take trades. Pause the video. Okay, I know you don't. Let me explain. Most likely, when you see this activity, this negative reaction at this resistance, local resistance level, you would plan to take a sell the next day, right? Wrong. Let me explain why in detail. First of all, let's take a look at the 15-minute auction. In my trading, I use auction principles only. I always analyze the weekly time frame, daily time frame, hourly time frame, and 15-minute time frame, and always align everything with the previous day activity. I also use volume profile, cluster profiles. In my charts, you can see it, and all this allows me to take right decisions. Not always, but 80% of cases, of trading cases. Okay, what do we see here on the 15-minute auction, 15-minute time frame? All these things could potentially become a balance. I'm explaining balances and the market structure in one of my detailed videos. I'll attach them at the end of the video. Okay, these could have become a balance, but it never happened. The task was failed because this level, top boundary of this current volatility was not repositioned. We didn't see an impulse above this level. What happened instead is this 15-minute auction transitioned to a volatility, okay? And the current task of this auction is to reposition this level. Okay, so the buyer, yes, we have some factors for sell. And let me show you daily time frame. Here we have a responsive activity. This is the main factor for sell right now, and we keep this in mind. We always remember what is happening on the higher time frames because the context is very important when day trading. All right. On a weekly time frame, we have a fix, but fix alone can't be a factor for sell. Only after we see a responsive sales responsive activity somewhere at this level can we confirm this is a true balance and we would have one another factor for sell. But right now, the only factor for sell is on the daily time frame, daily auction, and this is a responsive activity, sales responsive activity. Okay, but the buyer right now, we need to do something. We can't wait forever for the seller or anything like that. The buyer is here. The buyer showed himself on this auction. What should we do? We need to buy. We just need to we need to analyze the current activity. 1 minute. For this I'm using 30 minutes time frame and 1 minute time frame, and align everything with the 15-minute time frame, and always keep in mind everything I just told you. Weekly, daily, hourly time frame, everything. So here we have a buy. We don't see any super negative reaction at this level, and taking into account the rhythm of the week. What was the current rhythm of the week? I will explain about the rhythm in a separate video. Okay, we had a buy here on Tuesday. And following the rhythm, the next trading day is Thursday. And this is exactly what happened. Now let's analyze the previous day. Here is it. So what do we see here? Value area. Let's analyze the closure of the day, the volatility map. Let's analyze it in detail. We see this movement and we see this reaction, this counter reaction, counter directional movement. And the only question we need to ask ourselves, did this movement create any super negative circumstances for the 15-minute auction? The answer is simple. No, no, nothing serious actually happened. We see this counter reaction, which is absolutely okay. Then we see this rotation here. The closure is neutral minus. Why neutral minus? Because the price closed inside the value area and the overnight volumes were not positioned. What are the clues here? So the first clue, this negative reaction created nothing, literally nothing. And it was neutralized by this rotation. Yes, the closure was not so good. I needed to watch the pre-market section very attentively because everything could happen and we need to be ready. But in this case, we already see some further retracement down, but then the price moved again here to this zone, to this rotation zone. And when I saw, let me show you on the 1 minute time frame, when I saw this little rotation, I clearly understood I need to buy, and I need to buy early. I love this rotation because these push through rotations usually show exactly when and where to take a trade. But at the same time, take a look here at this little spike, which is explainable, taking into account the closure of the previous day. We see this pullback. What do we need to see? This rotation told me we need to buy. But at the same time, I understood not at 8, not exactly at 8:30, not that early. I need to wait about 5-7 minutes. And this is exactly what happened. We saw this little retracement, this little pullback from this level, previous day point of control, and then when I saw this spike, buyer's reaction. From here, I bought immediate. Okay. Now, could you hold this position? Yes, you could. You just needed to watch attentively the reaction here at this level. If nothing happens here, nothing happens here, you could hold this position till the end of the day. Okay. And you could earn about maybe $600 if you trade just one micro contract. This is S&P 500, where one tick is equals $1.2. Okay, so this is it. Watch my other videos, educational videos, where I explain everything in more detail. All right, watch them very attentively, rewatch as many times as needed, because I'm here to give you the logic you never saw before. See you in the next video.